Namaskar friends, I welcome you all to the digital media of Uday India. In my regular episode, that is Bharatiya Taka Sankhanath, today I want to tell you how Prime Minister Modi is changing the stature of India in the world today. And I want to bring your attention something which is happening silently but steadily. PM Modi's decisions and not cowing to pressures have yielded some results that have far-reaching consequences for our great nation. And you all must know that India is slowly turning into Vishwaguru, and everyone in the international politics is looking towards India for global solutions. This is of course a very good news, positive news for all of us, and you all know about how India has been sought after in Russia-Ukraine conflict, how Saudi Arabia is changing its tune towards India, how America wants India on its side in its war with China. You know all about this, but today I will tell you how this new Delhi is changing the discourse in the world arena, and I will explain it with example of a small nation, Malaysia. You all know that India and Malaysia, two vibrant democracies in Asia, boast a long history of sharing cultural and economic ties. However, the past few years witnessed a distinct chill in their relationship, primarily due to controversies surrounding Kashmir and the Citizenship Amendment Act in India. Then Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mahathir Mohamad, came at India during his speech to the UN General Assembly in September 2009 by declaring that New Delhi had invaded and occupied Kashmir. The unexpected and dishonest comments caused a response in India that severely damaged relations between two countries, especially in area of bilateral trade and commerce. India discouraged the import of huge quantities of Malaysian palm oil as a result of Mahathir's reckless remark. Protests against Malaysian goods became widespread among Indians. A leading Indian vegetable oil trade association warned its 875 members not to purchase palm oil from Malaysia shortly after the government banned the country's imports of the oil, citing the government's potential for retaliation. Malaysia suffered a huge setback, when in 2018 India ranked as the nation's third largest market for palm oil and its derivatives valued at 6.84 billion ringgit. In an attempt to ease tensions, Teresa Koch, the then Minister of Malaysia in charge of the commodity, called the association's action a major setback and stated that Malaysia was thinking of boosting imports of sugar and buffalo meat from India. Relations between India and Malaysia are expected to normalize for a number of reasons. In order to get bilateral relations back on track, Jamri Abdul Qadir, the Minister of Foreign Affairs for Malaysia, paid a landmark visit to New Delhi from 5th to 8th November. With Jamri's visit, further cooperation and resurgence of cultural and civilization links are anticipated in near future. It is important to remember that out of all the Asian nations, Malaysia is India's third largest trading partner, and that India is one of the Malaysia's top 10 trading partners. Typically pragmatist in her foreign policy, India has stated under the direction of her Minister of External Affairs that strengthening ties with Malaysia will be beneficial in bolstering peace and stability in the region. The summer visits to Malaysia by the Indian Defence Minister and the MOS in the MEA indicate that efforts are underway to find common ground for the normalization of bilateral relations. Jamboree declared that as of 1st December 2024, Indian nationals would be able to enter Malaysia without a visa for a 30-day period. This behavior indicates a desire for improved connectivity and interpersonal communication. Now, the question is how this turnaround of Malaysia has come, and many other nations who are vocal supporters of Pakistan in Kashmir issue are slowly changing their stances. Leave alone them, even Nawaz Sharif has claimed that he wants to good relation with India. Why? All because of Prime Minister Modi and his policies. Following a number of significant worldwide events wherein the international community, including eminent international organizations, acknowledged India's contribution, all surrounding countries have concluded that it is in their best interest to repair their national relationship with India. So by 2027, India's economy is expected to rank third in the world, and numerous nations have the chance to establish and benefit from collaboration with India in the domains of digital, fintech and semiconductors. Additionally, India has been a leader in digital payments also. These nations may learn from and implement a number of best practices from India, like the RuPay payment service and UPI, which will increase financial interaction between these two nations. India's prominence and visibility in the international politics has increased as a result of her contribution to the global strategy and her rise to prominence as a regional trendsetter, notably in Indo-Pacific area. India presided both the ASEO and the G20 last year, and New Delhi is one that suggested the global south theme. India's voice in the international community has become more powerful as a result of these crucial interactions. The Neighborhood First Policy, Act East Policy, Africa Outreach Initiative and Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative are just a few of the fundamental policies that drive India's efforts as a prominent proponent of Indo-Pacific cooperation. All of this demonstrates how New Delhi is evolving and acquiring new impetus in the world politics and becoming a leading light in the world in the short span of a decade. Friends, this nation has gone literally to dogs just for the sake of being against the government. Some fanatics have started targeting this country also. You know what happened in parliament? Smoke grenades were thrown inside the parliament. All these incidents, of course, is giving a bad name to our nation. But in global level, whatever our government is taking steps for a rising stature of India, everyone must give credit to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his policies for a developed India. That's all for now. Stay tuned with Uday India. Bharat Mata Ki Jai.